Hey, what's up, guys? Hope you guys are having a great week. Summer's coming to a close. I guess the appropriate term is the dog days of summer has finally come to fruition. And, as summer comes to a close, a lot of more major events and shows will start to kind of pop its head. Most notably for this month, the Long Beach show in Southern California. Always a tremendous event, a lot of people. And there's also a Las Vegas show this month with a lot of East Coast dealers. So there's going to be a lot of various items to get if you're into numismatics. I probably won't be attending either because Lynn Knight Currency Auctions has a pretty prominent auction for this month that will end at the end of the month and into the first week of October. I can't even believe I'm saying that. I could already feel the weather changing. But as you can see, I have a small little soiree of coins here that I had acquired from a buddy of mine that I've known since high school. And originally, this by the way, this video is going to be like a combination of a life lesson for my buddy, advice for all of you that have coins that you really want to sell and you're looking to get fair market value for, and it's gonna be a little bit of a rant for me too because good guys like my friend of mine shouldn't have been treated the way he did when he approached a prominent dealer here on the peninsula in the San Francisco Bay Area to get these things sold, to help pay some medical expenses and so on. So I told my buddy, hey, because at the time I was just saving money for the Lynn Knight auction, and I wasn't really a buyer of a lot of the stuff that he had. But turns out I bought them anyways because they're sitting right in front of me. But to make a long story short, told my buddy to go visit this dealer. There's actually a couple of them, but the day that he was gonna go, they were only open on a Saturday. And it just so happened to work out that way. And he ended up visiting, had a crappy experience all around. The dealer ended up offering him just over melt. Melt for a $50 is what, $10 these days. So they offered him 14 a piece for each one of these, and it's not fair, but at the same time, it's a guy trying to make money. He owns a shop right here on the peninsula near a major university. So there's a lot of overhead that's involved there. The rent's really high, keeping a staff paid, which it's not just him. He has 3 or 4 other people that work under him, and so he has to compensate and pay those people that way. But let me show you specifically what these coins that he were trying to sell. First of all, this is a 1943 BU Walker. Traditionally, these sell from anywhere from $30 to $40 raw. If they were slabbed, depending on what the mid-state grade is, they would sell for a lot more. I've seen these go for many hundreds of dollars. So that's the first one. A really nice VF, sorry. Very uncirculated is what that means, by the way. Just kidding. Very fine, 1858. Seated Liberty $50. Okay, this is one of the coins they offered $14 for. I ended up paying $25 for this one, and it's worth somewhere in the neighborhood of $35 to $40. So that's where we're at there. A very nice, I would say this is close to AU. It's a 1917 Philly Walker. Got some nice luster in the protected areas. And this is by no means a $14 coin. This is more along the line of, again, that $30, $40 benchmark. Here is what I would call a fine 1908 Barber half. And it's an O. So it's a New Orleans piece. Again, he was offered $14 for this. And he got a lot more from me. Because nice Nice, detail, non-clean barbers of this fashion are really tough to find. Okay, so that was the other piece I bought from him. And then this is what I would classify as VG. As you can tell, right where Liberty is on this crown right here, you have a number of letters visible. You have some detail, but by no means is it a high grade piece. So 1912S, semi key date. Ended up paying him $30 for that. So in retrospect, I ended up paying him about 2.5 times what the dealer ended up offering him, and he had such a terrible experience that he ended up not going to any other dealers. And he came to me, told me his story. A couple of the things: the guy was extremely submissive, and he wasn't willing to educate this person because he was buying, and he saw him as a threat. If he did leave, he would sell it to his competitor. And it was just a sour experience all around. It made him feel about this small. And so he left. And he never went to any other dealers, because there are other dealers in the Bay Area that he could have very well gone to. So typically, if it's anyone else other than my friend, I would tell him, hey, this is one of those things. If you have a larger collection, you definitely have to do a couple things. You would need to get it appraised. All right. There are some dealers that are willing to do it, but they will charge you X amount of dollars for it. And I couldn't tell you specifically how much that would be, but an appraisal ensures value on your collection. So that way in the future, if it's something that you have to pass over to a loved one, a family member, they'll be all set with an official appraisal value. So if you did go send it to an auction or you sold it to a coin dealer, you would be in good shape. Okay, you'll know exactly how much you should get, even if you don't know a whole lot about what you do have. So that's important. Second, if you have a lot such as this, where you have a handful of coins, 10, 20, 30 of them that you need to liquidate and have some money, if you have a free day, I would certainly reserve that day toward visiting several dealers to get a general idea of what those people will pay. There are some dealers that, based off of the size of their store, can't afford to pay you more money for your coins. Plus, if it's a store that they're known for selling a lot of coins and they don't have a mishmash of different product like stamps, currency, some places have sports cards and memorabilia and movie star stuff, you really want to stay with someone who has that niche in the market. Okay, primarily numismatics, coins, and currency. So they're going to be able to provide a little bit more money for you. Another thing is, you want to know specifically the type of business your dealer deals with. There are some dealers that I know that not only do they operate a retail front, but they also have a website, and they attend a lot of the major shows during the year. That's important to know, because they can offer you a little bit more money because they know they could turn it around quicker utilizing their dealer network. And you want to also be cognizant of the bullion market as well, because that's going to play a little bit of a role in how much money you get on a lot of the coins, especially your low grade common date type pieces. Okay, so that's how you would typically deal with selling your coins in a retail setting, whether it's through a dealer or a third party. So I hope some of this was a little bit helpful. This was, again, a lesson learned from my friend. He has more coins to sell. He just needed to sell this group right here to take care of a couple things, and everybody's happy, with the exception of maybe that dealer. And if you're going to utilize a dealer, there's no better tool than Yelp reviews. A lot of people that have bad experiences will be more inclined to leave a review rather than the people that have good reviews. So if you had a good experience, please share it. It's important to the dealer, it's important to the community, and it's healthy for the hobby, of course, because it brings more coins into the market. if they know that these people have had a good experience, that other people will follow in suit. So thanks again, guys, for listening in. It's a little bit long-winded, and as usual, keep collecting, keep stacking, enjoy the hobby as it is, and I'll see you then.